for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast, the 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. The West Coast, they leave that spray. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast, the 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look. See, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a round-away girl to live it. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take 2 and pour out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Cleveland Browns. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Ready.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. This defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Mando. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Working with his 2nd and 4. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mond going to throw it. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, Mond. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now this now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Mond looks to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Ready,
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On 2nd and 7, Mando. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Now Mando. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape. Well, they held them to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at them. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Second down, here's Chubb again. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Well, a good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. Touchdown! Jahan Dotson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. On On 1st and 10, here's Mando. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
He's going to look deep down the field. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Blue strike, steel black. Ready?
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. The defense gets a hand on it, but he still grabs it. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32.
Ready, set, go. Set, cut.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Ready. Triple 38. Set.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. 1st level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
First target, first catch, and a 1st down. The Browns at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Ready.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Ready. Fight, 60.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man here, Schwartz, complete. And he's going to be about a yard or two short of the first here. He needed the 35 but didn't make it. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's go. Green jack. Right, right. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there. Well, the incompletion, yes. But maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. He's got a man, complete, past the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 58 yards on the ground for him so far. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Yellow blue. Red cycle. Ready?
He'll look to throw. And that is taken in by Njoku. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Good job there getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. The Browns drive about to get started.
Drill 52. Shot 17. Striker 3-3. Steal. Check steal. Ready.
The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Morgan. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready.
They go up the middle with Chubb, and he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Out left and hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Chubb on the counter. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mond. He's going to let this one go deep. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
22 middle.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second and 6. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They pop.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Carlson on for the PAT. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the fourth, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 19. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. A good gain on first. Has them set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Mond. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. Here's Mond. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
To put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
10. Black shot. Ready?
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down.
Cluster, 6. Drill green. Green jack.
Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Morgan. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mond. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Ready?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. And they just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have one timeout. You look at the clock, and let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Down to about the 45. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. Following the penalty, Chubb. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
That's caught left side, Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. And Chubb will try the middle here. They find some open field here. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 178 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Chubb. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want.
I'm downstairs. You mean? I told you I'd be ready. You've always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You said you needed 5, that was more than 12 ago. Claim you got your hands tied, time stuck like Velcro. Georgia Peach on east side like it's ATL. You lacking, you tripping, you slacking, impatient, be waiting, confused like what happened. You get attitude cause I'm getting mad, cause you wanna take 20 minutes and a half. And on top of that, I gotta get gas. Side the freeway, picked up traffic. What the is you doing? We gotta dip, 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 dip. Cardi, yeah. Watch it tick, 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 tick. Waiting for that last minute for your hell. Now stop playing games, go and bring your downstairs. Come on, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Cause you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time. Come on, girl, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Cause you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time. Took me 20 to get ready, yo. Shower, moisturizer, and the fit I had on yesterday. Uniform necessities, multiples of everything. Now your neighbor wanna come and speak to me like,
Hey, how you doing? I ain't too bad.
ha 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 ha. Hit her with a few fake laughs. She talking my ear off. It's sympathy I lack. I care about